All right, riders, we're talking about trail braking here. This is, in its purest form, this is motorcycle riding. This is how every one of your motorcycles was engineered and designed to be ridden, was tipping in with the brake light on. We want to think about putting weight forward and slowing our motorcycle, and then we would never release the brake and then tip in on an underloaded tire with a small contact patch and just hope that the bike steers in. But we're gonna keep that weight forward past tip in. For a newer rider, you might roll into a corner 20 points or percent of brake, and then right before you tip in, you transition to 5 points and you just hold 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, right? That could be trail braking right there. As you build more and more speed, you need more brakes. Now we squeeze on a little bit more brake pressure. You could still probably transition to that 5%, 5%. Now as you build more and more speed and we need more brake, you might truly have to be trailing off brake points as we're adding lean points, and that's where that term trail braking really comes from. As we're getting closer and closer to the limit, or near 100 points of grip, if we're gonna add lean angle points and we're at the limit, we gotta trade off for braking points. Add another 10 points of lean, trade off another 10 points of brakes. It's called trail braking. Every one of your bikes was designed to be ridden that way. Sometimes we hear trail braking is used from the rear because it's trailing behind us, but we want to primarily use front brake. It's 90% of our braking on MT-09 like this, whether you're on an R1, whether you're on a Tracer, R3, we're primarily using that front brake and trailing off the brake as we're adding lean angle into the corner. All right, riders, let's think about trail braking, but in our cars, in our four-wheeled motorcycles, our practice vehicles. We want to drive these the same way that we would ride our motorcycle. When we brake into a corner, we would never hope that we slowed our bike enough, jump off the brake, and then add steering into that, driveway or parking lot, whatever it is. We would brake to slow when we're nervous, when we feel like I need to start slowing before, so I make sure I make this corner. And then we just start trading off brake points as we're steering in, and we use the brakes until we're happy with our direction, until we're happy with our speed, right? So we're gonna trade off braking just like we'd steer into the corner. Instead of jumping off the brake and flicking the wheel and hoping that we make it, we're gonna control our speed and trail brake our cars until we're pointed, just like we want to trail brake on the motorcycle. Yeah.